Welcome back to season 3 of
Season
the Blueprint
3
Podcast. All facts, no caps on wax.
On wax.
Do.
Don't be a bitch.
Welcome your host, Stu J the Vamp.
Stu J the Vamp.
Jimmy Teflon.
Jimmy Teflon.
JK the Visual.
John.
JK, yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing intros this season.
He's doing it.
Yeah,
So that was, we're back for season 3.
Yep,
Season
we're
3
back.
started. Cue the theme song, Carter.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh my God.
Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back, man. We missed y'all. It's been a minute. We've been gone since like
We needed a
October?
mental health break, and then we needed to bring it back for mental health.
Don't look at me while you say that shit.
I will, because that was...
Yeah, I was about to say you
That
literally
was
looked
why.
right at him. But yeah, you know, we're back. We're back stronger, better, faster. We're
Thicker.
like Daft Punk.
Longer.
Longer.
Hairier.
Hairier.
Yeah, everybody looking different. You know, we all got, you know, changes and shit. Attitude.
Face tattoos.
We're all cool. Yeah, Jimmy's just tatted.
Yeah,
Like,
tired.
This man just went on a whole like.
I'm wearing the same shit.
Still relatively the
I
same.
didn't change.
Nothing happened to me.
Nothing happened to you? You just said you had tattoos on your face.
No, I was talking from Stu's perspective.
Okay, I was
God,
about
John.
to say.
I'm a
This
little more
fucking
tired. I'm a
guy.
little more tired.
A little more tired than
little more
usual. I mean,
sleepy.
you know, yeah. The past episodes Stu is tired, but he's more tired than he is now, and he was.
I brought it to
before.
a whole new level.
A no level
Whole
of
level
not wanting to do shit.
Whole level of creativity.
I'm not picking up the phone twice as much.
But yeah, y'all, you know, welcome back. You know, again, season 3. We cool. We feeling it. We back. Hopefully, well, I guess I just want to say this. Thank y'all to everybody that listened to us in 2022. Really
Yeah, thank
appreciate y'all. You know, we have increased our following on our Instagram somehow, some way, even though we haven't posted in like 2 months.
Yeah, it's a
but
fucking
I mean,
miracle.
we appreciate y'all. People
That's how
hitting,
content works. You know?
yeah, people hitting us up. But we're gonna be coming back stronger and, you know, faster, harder, whatever. All
Longer,
shit we
hairier.
said.
Longer
More
and
tired.
hairier.
So
More
yeah,
tired.
so we just want to give y'all, you know, a thank you. So appreciate y'all, and we'll be bringing some hot sick guests. Is that right?
Yeah, they're hot and sick. They're
They're
sexy,
sick
but they
and
got a
Sorry, that
cough.
sounded completely terrible. But
Let's
yeah.
go.
But yeah, we're gonna have some great guests for y'all. But today it's just us 3, just gonna, you know, catch up with y'all, and you know, we're gonna catch up with each other too, because I mean, I really haven't seen most of these guys. I know I talked to Stu like a little bit more than I do Jimmy, but I mean, I really haven't seen these
Got
guys
me
in a
fucked
minute.
up. You got me fucked up.
It's not because I don't like Jimmy. That's not it.
So I don't like this fucking guy over here. We're just colleagues.
No.
They're just podcast colleagues.
Fucking
Podcast
John.
Okay, but yeah, Jimmy, how you been, dude?
I've been good, bro. You know, going to therapy, doing drugs. Good drugs, the ones that are good for you, like Prozac.
You know what?
I posted a picture on my story of the Prozac and the other pills that I got.
All right, see, I didn't read what those things said. And I just assumed, oh my God, Jimmy's going to a dark place. What's happening? And I still didn't reach out to him. That's how terrible I am, and I'm
Terrible
sorry.
friend. You can't trust this
I'm
guy,
so
bro.
sorry.
Yeah, be sorry. No,
All right.
no, but I posted the picture, and I was just like, "Let's fucking go," you know what I mean, as a joke. And then somebody hits me up, and he's like, "Damn, Jimmy, you're trapping again." I'm like, "Nah, bro, those are antidepressants." And then he unfollowed me.
Oh, wow.
Fuck, I'm like, what?
Wow.
Why did he unfollow? That shit had me fucked up for a
Yeah, I
second.
don't know why would he gonna follow you?
In my time of need, dude. Come on, man.
That's weird.
That's-
But you know,
He's like, oh, this pussy got depression.
ugh.
Jesus.
Oh, he's trying to better himself.
Ew, gross.
Heck. Bleep that out.
Ever since you got
Yeah,
the face
yeah,
tats,
yeah,
you went
bleep that out.
downhill.
Yeah,
Right.
just bleep it. Just
Nah,
bleep.
but we you know, I've been doing my thing, man. You know, I was dropping all those songs last year. I took off January just to catch up for a second, take my breath. You know, because we running a marathon, so it's like, you know. But through the show in December, the show went well, bro. Like,
Yeah.
that was really a really good moment for me.
Yeah, the show in the summer, you went pretty hard.
Yeah, for y'all that went,
Yeah.
that shit was hard.
Yeah.
It was dope. It was probably it's definitely my favorite show of the year for sure. Mostly because like the whole lineup. I mean, y'all can tell me the lineup because I know get everybody.
I
else, but-
forgot.
He knows I don't know.
But yeah, a big lineup. It was crazy. Everybody had a blast. I mean, Jimmy was like on cloud 9 after it
Yeah,
was over.
Jimmy was, like,
dude was
hustling
like,
out those
he looked like he
flyers,
was
man.
floating, bro.
He was hustling
He
out.
came out of that
flyers.
door like he was floating. He was like,
No, he was doing the old school hustle for the for the show. You know, he was like hitting the high schools, giving out flyers. That
Oh yeah, I
old school
heard about
shit.
that. How was your time going through the high schools, by the way?
Oh man,
ever
weird. I
asked
thought I was gonna get arrested the whole time.
Well,
Because listen, man, we posted up outside of Worcester and Sparks High School, and we went up to the college, the where they lived, the dorms.
Yeah.
And at Worcester and at Sparks, I thought I was just gonna get harassed because I'm standing outside trying to talk to kids, and I'm like, "Hey, buddy, you want a free PS5?" Like that just sounds like I'm gonna kidnap them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And look at me. I don't look the most approachable, but nobody really fucked with me. In fact, actually, the school we posted up in front of Reno too, and Reno let us put some flyers inside of the school.
Dope.
And or not Reno, but Sparks did.
Sparks is like that. They don't care.
Sparks is cool, man. And actually, the administrator lady recognized me. Because I went to Sparks and she was still there. I didn't know her fucking name, but she was like, "Oh, you used to go to school here, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Yeah, I remember seeing you a lot."
A lot.
You're like,
lot.
oh yeah.
Yeah, I was like, "Yeah, I never went to class," but no, it was cool, bro. Like I went out and well, I shouldn't say I say we, man, because Eric was with me, Young Adima, Stu was with me, Baji was with me, Smooth Santana was with me. All of us, we went out and we handed out our flyers, bro. We put them up on the posters. We put them up on poles. We really should be catching a littering charge, honestly, because we just put so many up, And the only time I got pressed is when I was on the dorms at the UNR campus, because I was out there and I was just putting the flyers in the cars, and then at some point I see a door that looks like an entrance, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna tape a flyer to the entrance real quick. So I put my flyers on top of this truck, and these two dudes come out and they're like, "Hey man, take that shit off of Otis's car." I'm like, who the fuck is Otis? And I'm like, I don't give a fuck about Otis. It's two dudes, right? And they come out try to press me a little bit, and I just look at them, and I'm like, man, I'm just out here trying to do my thing. I don't know who Otis is. I apologize to Otis, but my bad, bro. But they're like, yeah, you can't do that shit. We'll call the cops. You're loitering. I was like, all right, bro, whatever. Do all right.
Right.
Whatever the fuck,
Right.
fucking loser. All right, so,
Okay.
KZ, he drove me around a lot, so, I really just hustled. It was like 5,000 flyers too that I handed out, that we all handed out, man. And, the show went well. Honestly, I couldn't,
Yeah.
yeah. The show went great.
The show went great. On a side note, Stu, you went back to Sparks High? This is just a side note.
No,
Right?
I didn't.
Oh, I was saying,
I wasn't there. I fell asleep.
I was about to say, Stu, I'm
I
like,
told you I came in this year more tired.
I know. I know.
I came in sleeping.
More sleep.
I know. I was about to ask him, like, yeah, how's it back? How was it going back to the alma
Yeah, I
mater? But
didn't-
you weren't there.
I was.
Damn.
I wanted to, but I slept.
It was
man.
weird for me, man. It's like I haven't been back at that high school since I left, So
Yeah, well, I
walking
mean,
in,
I've taken some pics, around the school and stuff, just to get some landscape shit. But I don't know, it feels weird going back there. But it also looks a little bit different than before.
Yeah,
It
looks a lot
does.
different.
Way different. I mean, the fence is still there, still strong.
Yep.
But it's still same old Sparks High School. Shout out to Sparks High School.
Shout out Sparks High School, man. But yeah, we did the show. The lineup was great. Everybody performed extremely well. I wasn't able to stick around for a lot of the performances. I was mostly outside, just talking to security and stuff and trying to sell the merch. But when it came to my set, bro, I watched Stu's set, and I watched Baji's set, and I watched ZP's set, and those were great sets, and they were amazing sets. And when it came around to my part, see, when I was doing the show, I'd mostly been leaning on Stu, Baji, and ZP to sell the tickets, right? And I figured it would just be their fans popping out, because I don't have a lot of fans in Reno.
Or so you thought.
Or so I thought. And then they call my name, and lo and behold, there's screams everywhere in the crowd, and I'm just like, oh, I'm about to have the biggest ego in the world.
Nah, listen, Jimmy. Even if you could, Jimmy probably was about to cry, but you couldn't tell because this man showed up in his shades and he was just ready to turn it on, dude. This dude was crazy.
He's like, I need a drink. I need a drink right now.
Oh no!
Yeah.
And the funniest moment, like if anybody else saw, like when I was filming the stuff for Jimmy too, there was a point where this dude was dying of thirst, and he goes up to me, gets close. I need some water. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I was like, John, give me some fucking water,
Fucking
please.
water. The dryness coming out of his voice. Oh my God, he needed some help, but
Oh yeah,
we got him his liquid. It was all good.
got my water, man. We had a good
That's
set.
why I always bring a bottle of water up there with me.
Yeah, Jimmy. you
Honestly,
gotta get
bro, I
yourself a
was going
canteen.
to. I forgot it
Might
though.
have
I
to-
was
When's your birthday, Jimmy? I'm gonna gift you a canteen.
April 3rd, baby.
All right, cool.
Slide through. But
Gonna gift him a canteen.
yeah, get with me, right? So, but I went up there and like the screams, and I was like just really overwhelmed for a second. Started doing River Boy, and a lot of people knew the words to that song, and I was just like shocked. I was like, damn, you guys know more than just GTA? All right, bet. And so we did Swivel. Swivel was great. I love performing Swivel. We did other songs. Pay Stubs was a highlight. Pay Stubs is probably my favorite song to perform, honestly.
Yep.
And then GTA came on, bro. Man, fuck you.
Yeah,
Call me God.
I was about to say, listen, you already know what GTA does. And I was literally like telling Bozzy before he even came, I'm like, GTA better be on this fucking set, or I swear to God, I'm gonna stop this
It's
video.
always on the set. It's
I
always on the
was,
set.
bro. You can't leave without it, you know? That's like leaving your house without your gun. It's just something you don't do. So, but, you know, we performed GTA, and that was honestly the best performance for GTA I've ever had, you know, because we performed it a few times at the Bluebird and Alpine, I believe.
I mean, you were building those reps basically, so like, you know, at some point it was just gonna hit.
But as soon as that acapella hit, I didn't even need to rap the words. I just, you know, let the crowd do
That
it.
felt good, didn't it?
It felt great, bro. And then I got into the crowd, and that was fun. And I got a fucking picture posted up on my wall that PJ took. Shout out PJ. Shout out DJ
He
Keeks.
took some
Shout out
amazing
PJ.
pictures that night.
Yeah, PJ killed it, man. And like,
Yo, the second I saw him with his camera, I'm like,
Which-
oh, this is gonna be even better than I
Yeah.
thought.
The cover for Sorry for
Yeah.
the Wait is PJ's photo.
yeah, I was able to recognize that too. I was like, okay, PJ.
I mean, I already knew that.
I was like,
Didn't say nothing.
Yeah, one of these.
Oh yeah, shout out PJ, bro. I can't wait to get him on the show, honestly. And you know, DJ Keeks, that was my first time working with him.
Mm-hmm.
Buddy is super professional. You know what I mean? He seemed genuinely interested. Like the other DJs that I've worked with, they kind of just spinning. They didn't really give a fuck. You know what I mean? But like Keeks really seemed like he cared.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and like there's like a good chemistry between me and him. I felt like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And-
shout out to DJ Keeks, man. We saw him maybe. Me and Stu saw him like in
the New Year's show.
Yeah, New Year's down DJing inside of the.
Yeah, I
casino,
saw
man.
that. Yeah, I
He was
saw
in there.
that.
It's good to see him.
No, yeah, he's a cool dude, man. Yeah, shout out DJ Keeks, bro, and shout out everybody that went to the Holland show. It really didn't mean a lot, you know. It was for a good thing. You know, I forget who won the PS5, but shout out him because he seems so
Wasn't
excited.
it
Sequoia's boyfriend.
Sequoia's
Yeah,
boyfriend?
Sequoia's
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Shout out
forget
to
his name,
Sequoia's
bro.
boyfriend. Congrats on the PlayStation.
Yeah, when I was raffling it, I'm like, if I see any names that I know, I'm putting it back in.
So you
He's
didn't
like,
recognize this dude's name? Like, I guess not.
Nope.
Damn, Stu. So you would have robbed me of a PlayStation?
Yep.
Damn.
easy.
Even me, I put my name in there. I would have been like, nope.
Oopsies.
Whoops.
I almost kept the PlayStation.
Yeah.
All right,
I was just-
well, since we're talking, I know you brought up your projects too. I mean, I guess I'll ask you how you been doing, man. How's everything been going? How 22 go for you? And then we could just slide into your project that you just dropped today, which is
Yeah, sorry for the wait.
January 21st, 2023.
2023.
Yeah. I think it dropped like 2020 something. Thanks. Shout out to Jimmy for telling me the upgraded version of DistroKid was you can assign your release dates because I was going Wild West for years. I was like, I don't know when it's gonna come out. I'm just gonna like upload it
Wild
whenever it uploads. Yeah, but yeah, 2022 was cool. I don't know, man. I was just like working on my habits and stuff. Been getting more into videography and shit. Trying to understand what my vision was for future music. Yeah, sorry for the wait is like just a bunch of old. So like every song on there is like 2 years old that I haven't.
Yeah, we did Aesthetica.
Well,
like
that,
a
yeah,
while
that was
ago.
like a year.
Yeah, Jimmy was like, when I was talking to him earlier, like, oh yeah, Stu dropped his project, was fucking great, and he's like, yeah, I didn't even know Stu was gonna drop that song. I forgot about that song.
Yeah.
Even existed.
Yeah.
Tommy, the song with Sober with Tommy is like 2 years old. Same with the one with Tubbs. That one's like
That's my favorite
2 years
song,
old.
dude.
That one's also
Of
2
the-
years
of the
old.
four, yeah, so- yeah.
Yeah, they were just a bunch of singles I didn't know what to do with, and then
Well, they made a perfect harmony to go.
yeah,
together.
because I'm like, oh, these are all pretty much the same song. So I'm like, oh, that's a great little project thing.
Yep.
So yeah, that's why the name is called Sorry for the Wait, because mainly it was people like bugging me about like, oh, when's that song with you and Tommy, or like Tubbs was like, oh, when's that song with us coming out?
I was like, oh, is that the song he's been nagging you about?
Yeah, that's the song you've been nagging me about.
Oh,
so
man.
I was like, Yeah,
That's
what
fun.
it was called.
What's crazy that they've been performing it too. So it's like,
Yeah, I've been.
Yeah, I
and
know. That's not what I
we've
listened to.
performed
I was like, I've
Aesthetica
heard this
before
shit.
on that
I've
rooftop.
performed pretty much
Yes,
every song
I
on
have.
there.
Yeah, I was about to say I've heard all these songs. As I was going through, I was like, where have I heard these before? I feel like I've heard these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh,
Isn't that funny?
because they performed them. That's probably why. I was thinking about it.
Because
I'm
I was like, oh,
performed?
I'll release this as a single,
What
but
the fuck?
I hate singles. That's why I didn't do it.
Hey, but that's a good project too. I mean, another banger right after Foolie Cooley, because I'm in love with Foolie Cooley. Like you're
Yeah.
Mr. Foolie Cooley.
Mr. Foodie Killy.
But I mean, it's great projects too. Good little drop.
yeah, a nice
I did enjoy
little
it.
R&B thing. I had like 3 other projects I wanted to release, but I was like, nah, I need to do this or I'll never do it. So I had to boot up my old computer. That shit took 2 hours to boot up.
Oh man.
And that shit was tearing at the seams, and I was like still able to, because the verse on the Tubbs song.
You
and-
weren't sorry, I don't know how like the music programs work, but you weren't able to like transfer to your new computer, or is that what you were doing? What was
because
destroying itself?
the song is like so. The song with Tubbs, the song with Sinclair, were songs that were not finished until last week. So I was like, I had to boot up that shit, record on this laggy ass computer. I was like, oh my gosh. So yeah, the whole verse on the Sinclair song, that was new. That was last week. The later half of
Sorry.
The Night with Tubbs, that's all new.
Goddamn.
And so I was like, because I'm like, okay, I want to release these. The Tommy song's been done for like ever. That's been.
You just didn't know what to do with it.
Yeah, I was like, maybe I'll make it a single, but now that I'm kind of know what I want to do for content in terms of like, TikTok and Reels and all that shit, I was like, okay, I could release this as a project and make like 5 Reels and TikToks for each song and be pretty good on that. So yeah, that was basically just like, and I'm like, all these PJ photos were great, and I was like, okay, I want to make a project to that. But yeah, it's just sorry to all the people who like been waiting for those songs, and because I have been performing them like multiple times for like over a year, and they're like, "Where's these songs at?" I'm like, "It's on my computer."
On my computer.
On the
it won't
computer
start.
that just chugging when it turns on.
Yeah, but besides that, man, just working with the camera, finally get in there and doing video sessions. Like I joined you and Bozzy for the New Year's Row shoot. That was great.
Yeah, shout out to the Row.
I actually got some clients from that
Dope,
just off of that one thing. So
Hey, I don't know. You did a good job on that on the clips that you did, and Bozzy was telling me and Jerry about like the clips that you gave him for the video that he made. The recap one fit perfectly with what he was doing. I don't know if he showed it to you. But
yeah,
it felt sick.
I saw
It felt
the full
sick.
version of it, and I was like, yeah, because I was like, I know some of these he's gonna use because they're sick. I said, like the pouring of the wine, champagne. He's like, oh, I gotta use that one. I'm like, yeah, but
that's
yeah,
great.
so gonna be doing some hip hop shows soon. I've done an EDM show for Llamas on Black V-neck. Shout out to
Nice, dude. Have you already done that video?
yeah, I sent them. I'm gonna upload it later, but I sent Llamas the edited version, and then I'm just gonna give them all the raw clips
so you
for future use because
Yeah.
I got like 30 minutes of clips.
Goddamn.
But yeah, so like just getting used to the new camera because I've been like lagging on doing that. I've been having it for like over like a year and a half, and I haven't been doing nothing with it. But yeah, besides that, just building habits and stuff. I still haven't got my sleep right, but that's the last line.
Well, I for one too am happy that you're using the camera. Like I said that day, what show was it? The Bluebird show when you showed up with the camera. I was like, oh shit, Stu, I'm glad to finally see you with this camera, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, shit. I've been. I mean, yeah, I know you've had it, and I've just been waiting for you to use it. I thought you were using it, to be honest with you.
No, I have
Tell me
not.
you haven't. I was like, for real? I was like, shit. Well, still, I'm glad you're using it, man. Because I mean, it looks like you're doing some good stuff too. And right before this, he was filming something with Jimmy, which I'll probably show y'all.
Yeah,
later.
it's gonna be a little short.
I don't want to speak out of my mouth, and it's something he doesn't want to share. But
No,
he just
it's gonna come out. I want to be more consistent with like just dropping footage and shit like that. So
that's good, man. Consistency is definitely key. That's for
all
sure.
like the past couple months have really been about
Mhm.
just working on
I think that's important for a lot of people. Just learning how to be consistent with releasing content.
and learning to learn again. You know what I mean? Like I feel like you get to a point where you're like you're good at some things, and then you kind of lean on those things too much, and then you got to go back to baby steps.
It's that Dunning-Kruger effect. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like start off and you're like, I don't know shit. Get right here and you're like, oh, I know everything. Then you start following and be like, oh, I really don't know shit. And then you're like, I guess it works.
And then
yeah.
then you got like two paths from that spot where it's like you used to be really good at stuff, and it's not like you're not good, but like you lean on that too much and you're not accepting of new things. Because you know, I don't want to be like the fucking old head because you know, we get up there in age, so like I don't want to be the old head guy who's like, oh, I'm not gonna take this information and you know don't know shit. I always try to like, I have a little bit of that and it's getting there, but I'm like, I want to still be like accepting of like, hey, I don't know stuff and I'm willing to be a green thumb again and like just go back to the basics of everything.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, even if you were up to that point, I mean, you're always going to be learning something, man. I mean, it's just.
Yeah, but I don't want an ego about it. You know what I mean?
No, yeah. I mean, I think there's like a healthy like ego about it.
Yeah, for sure.
But for the
'Cause
most
you
part,
need to,
like you know, like if you're genuine about it, that's really all that matters. Like if you're willing to learn and you know you're doing it for like your like a beneficial purpose, I think that's what matters, man.
Yeah, and learning to not overdo it in a day.
Mhm.
Kind of spacing out time specifically when to do stuff, and if I don't like reach the level of work I wanted to do that day, you know, I forgive myself and hit it tomorrow. You know.
Mhm.
So a lot of that, a lot of forgiveness in the learning process.
Well, that's good, man. Well, I'm happy to hear both y'all been doing good, dude.
And what about you, John?
Yeah, John.
John.
Well, your boy
Fucking
been
nerd.
slaying dragons and shit, bro. No, I'm just. I mean, I've been good, man. I can't complain. Life's been good. Just been chilling, really working on some personal projects. Somehow I ended up having more than one now, and it just came out of not the blue, but it just kind of built a mind of its own out of some pictures I started to take. And now I'm just kind of just diving into it, but
That's how it usually is.
yeah, I totally understand that now.
That's how Sorry for the Wait is.
What?
That's a perfect example. Sorry for the Wait is that
Yeah,
incarnate.
Yeah. It's exactly a good example. But 2022 was cool. I think I learned a lot, and I accomplished some things that I wanted to accomplish. Like obviously, like the art show I had in September, August. Can't remember. Everything just goes by so fast for me sometimes. But it was a great it was a great eye opener for me. And that's probably the biggest learning experience I had. Like now I'm kind of like more serious into my fine art side instead of just like the business side, I guess. I mean, I guess it's still business in some weird way, but I don't know. That's kind of what I'm leaning more towards. Like right now, like, I still got side gigs, I do some stuff like that. But for the most part, like now I'm more serious about like taking my own personal work seriously.
Yep.
And like now I'm like really like using my camera as like a way to
Make product.
to make product, to document stuff, and use my camera as like a
Put
tool.
some photos on a shirt, John.
No, I don't know about that.
Come on, put
I
your
might,
Put
but-
him on a shirt, John. Sell some merch, dude.
No, I mean,
I swear to God, you put your mom's hands on a shirt, no, like the hand photos
yeah.
of the cooking photos, and put it in black and white with the
Ooh,
green.
let me do something with that.
That'd be hard.
I could design
That'd be
something like
hard.
that.
Maybe. All right.
That'd be hard as
Again,
shit.
I wasn't thinking about that, but
That'd be hard
maybe
as
that's a
shit.
maybe. But
I could, you could like design it to where it's like
These
fucking.
dudes
it's
are
like
trying to sell me on a
Well,
shirt.
hold on,
No,
hold on.
that's hard.
Shut up,
though.
John. Listen. You could design it to where it's like polarized almost, and then you got like text right here, like just talking
You
about
can
your
have
mom,
bundles with the
and then it's
prints.
right here. And then you could put a little logo right here that says like JK Flicks or some dumb shit.
Fuck you.
Yeah, real small, real small. Yeah,
Right in
right
the
there,
middle of
right
the
there.
hands. Right in the middle of the hands.
right in the middle of the hands.
Yeah.
Oh my
tiny,
god,
like,
yeah,
oh.
John, you little bitch. You don't even know what I'm talking
Yeah, I
about.
know what the fuck you're talking about.
Dude, bundle it with the prints. Go crazy.
But besides that,
You know how much
that's
money you can
actually-
make, John?
That's not a bad idea, but
You gotta hold that ass out, John.
Little bitch.
no, I don't want to hold that ass out, but that's not a bad idea. Sorry, I'm vexed. But what I was trying to say, besides that,
Trying to change your life, bitch.
Yeah, we're trying to change my life.
Oh my God, if you bundle it with a photo shoot.
No.
Oh my
Crazy,
god,
dude.
and
Oh
you
my
get a free
God.
fucking shirt.
Jesus.
With the prints. Oh
Alright,
my
y'all-
God.
y'all-
Johnny, you
going-
dumb slut.
Y'all are going ballistic right now, all right?
Chill.
Chill, John.
You don't know what the fuck you're doing, John.
I mean, I don't, but
Yeah.
Little bitch.
oh, yeah, this is all getting caught on camera. They're gonna be like, what the fuck are these two doing? But
Oh my gosh.
But the idea, I guess the idea basically now is like, yeah, I'll be working on like doing more prints at some point. I haven't decided when. It's coming really soon. It might be next month. But I'm just kind of like just really taking it more personal. Been really enjoying it, to be honest with you. Like kind of waking up and not really having to worry about extra income here and there. I mean, like it's because again, I have some extra money saved up for stuff for situations like this, I guess. But like, I'm kind of just like, keep doing my 9 to 5,
Nice.
doing me, and then, going out and working on my personal projects. And if somebody calls, needs something, I'm there.
And they're like swimwear.
Huh?
And they're like swimwear.
No.
Swimwear.
Swimwear.
I don't think.
Hop with it, John.
I don't think I've been approached with swimwear, but.
And they're like swimwear.
Oh yeah, and they're like swimwear. Yeah, I'm in there like swimwear. Yeah. But yeah, that's really what I've been up to lately. Like I said, 2022 was good. I can't complain. I learned a lot. I'm actually very, very grateful for the opportunities that I've had in 2022, working with y'all on projects too, and then working with other artists too out there that gave me the opportunity. And right now I'm in the process of like I said, cooking up some prints, but also getting something that I've been wanting to have at my home for like the longest time. And if you know me, you know what that is. And you're going to be like, no fucking way. This
Is it a
dude's
red
doing
room?
this. What?
A red room?
Yes. It's a dark room.
Dark.
No, you're right. That's what I was like, you're technically right. As I was thinking about it, I was like,
You're technically right, dumbass.
No. Hey, you would call me a piece of shit.
But you're not a photographer.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't rap.
But yeah, if you know me, that's kind of what I'm working on. It might not be done this year, but I mean, because it takes time. But I'll probably have a smaller version of it before I get it to fully how I want it.
Well, you can't just like put up some red LEDs and turn off the lights?
Well, I have to make sure like the room is sealed so no light kind of like cracks and stuff. And I'm also like making some shelves so I can put like the chemicals and stuff too. I need to get myself an enlarger, but I already have an enlarger. It's like one that I bought like I bought it like maybe 2 years ago, and I've just had it in storage and I haven't pulled it out yet.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, I've been gathering pieces here and there.
See, I don't know nothing about photography. I literally thought you could just turn off the lights and just put the paper in the water and a picture appears.
No, it's kind of like a mad scientist kind of thing because there's like things like chemicals brewing and shit.
Okay.
It's kind of like that.
He's gonna be in there looking like a serial killer with the pliers.
Yeah,
pulling them
probably.
out.
Yeah, like you've seen some movies where they're like in that red room.
Yeah, and they got the fucking pliers and shit.
Exactly,
and they're like,
it's exactly like
and it's
that.
like a picture of their crush from 30 years ago, and she's got a daughter.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like that. It's like that.
That's
I don't know
right.
about the crush with the daughter, but it's like that. Yeah. So I'm definitely working towards some stuff.
Yes.
Definitely working towards some stuff. I've applied for some grants and some other things too with my photos. So hopefully I get lucky because your boy needs it because it's hard out here. But still.
So what are some lessons that you guys learned in 2022?
I would say it's okay to. I would say it's what I've learned. I think the most is it's okay to say yes to opportunities that don't seem like they're a big deal, but they help you in the long run. I guess
Elaborate.
That's kind of I guess elaborating on that is like, like last year I was kind of approaching some things that I wasn't really feeling like doing, but
Yep.
I did them because I was thinking, you know what, like I don't really want to do this, but I feel like I might be able to get something out of it. So I did it. And lo and behold, I got something out of it. One, probably never do it again, but also, it was something that I could add on to like my craft in a way. Like, and there's also and also I guess another lesson too I learned is another one. It's kind of just do what you feel, I guess. Like, for example, like I haven't been doing a lot of portraits as of late. But last year, like around like August, I just did 3 sessions of portraits because I felt like it. It was just like 1 month. I woke up one day and I was like, you know what? I feel like doing some portraits. So I hit up, 3 homies, did some portraits, loved it, and I haven't done it since. And
Hey, sometimes.
yeah. And the thing is like
Scratch that itch real quick.
Yeah, and the thing is like I feel like I'm good or like decent enough to like do portraiture and do it the way I want to, but it's not like something that I like really like. I'm out here like a lot of people out here love doing portraits, and that's fine. I love it too, but I don't love it like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I prefer doing other things. I'm more of like a documentarian kind of thing, and I like catching like taking photos of moments and stuff. Street photography, that's what I enjoy. And shit, if I could do that all my life and just get paid for that, I gladly would. But portraits for me are now like more like something that I get paid for, and it's something that I just occasionally like have fun with depending on what the idea is. But it's just something I'm not doing a lot. Doesn't mean you can't hit me up for it depending on what the idea is, but I'm just saying I just don't do it a lot.
Yep.
Right. How about you, Stu?
Forgiveness in the process, forgiveness for not being perfect or like falling off a little bit. I think that helped a lot. So many times that I try to want to make something like perfect or it needs to be this way, and then I just end up not doing it. That's same with this like project. There's like a representation of like something that's could be good and people could enjoy. I just have too much expectation for it, so I just end up not doing it. And I just like this like past year has like been forgiving myself for those things, and like not everything's gonna be like something I find like you know. And it doesn't need to be an for you to just put it out there. It doesn't need to like be the best thing you ever made, or hell, even like if you think it's total crap. Like I totally thought, you know, Sorry for the Wait was like mostly bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, like most music is.
Yeah, but you know, there's some great things about it, and the day I was uploading it, I was like super frustrated. I'm like, I could fix this, I could fix that, and I'm like, it's okay.
Yeah, you kind of have to just let yourself understand that not every song's got to be perfect.
And same with the shooting the film and stuff. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go back to basics. I'm not gonna get paid for a lot of stuff early on. I just gotta get this shit. I gotta get the word out there, and like, I'm like, I'm just gonna come in with no expectations, and if and just like kind of just ride the boat and just make it a habit, make it a practice. And if I fall off here and there, it's fine. But I feel like when I forgive myself more, I get more out of it. You know what I mean? Like overall, I feel better about like what I'm doing and who I am and stuff. It's like when, you know, I also think I'm a god, but you know, I gotta forgive myself for doing ungodly things.
You know what's too? That's probably the most proudest thing I've ever heard you say, because you know that's something I would say. That's something that would come out of my mouth. But you know what?
Ugh.
I respect it. I respect it. But
yeah, so
but no, man, I'm actually proud of you that you're like, you know, learning to forgive yourself, because I know back then you're really hard on yourself for like falling off, and then you somehow like jumped back into it really, really hard, and then you kind of began the cycle again.
Yeah, it's
but now it feels like you got like I've seen it on you, like you kind of have like a nice like groove.
I'm building up again.
You know, a couple edges here, but I mean you're still walking that straight line, dude. And
yeah, because you know it's like not doing as much as I could be, and then everybody telling me I'm not doing as much as I could be, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to do it unless it's like this.
I'd be harassing them about
I mean,
it.
no, and it's like it's not that it's not like true or whatever. It's just like my attitude about it was wrong.
Well, I mean, I think what you're learning is like by the end of the day, like you're gonna do it at your own pace, man. I mean, I mean, you know, everybody's different. You know, everybody's gonna, you know, do something faster than you or do something, you know, better, but that's not necessarily like good or bad. It's just like everybody goes at their own pace, man. You're gonna get to where you want to.
Yeah.
When it's when life and fate lets you get there.
I had the old princess attitude, you know, because like before in the scene,
you're a princess?
Like old princess. I view it as a princess attitude.
Okay,
like
princess.
You know, okay, bitch. But yeah, just kind of being like the main guy for everything. Mm-hmm. Like 3-4 years ago, and then like everybody just getting a lot better, and then like they're the main guys.
Yeah, man. I mean, again,
and I don't hate that. I was like, okay, cool, it's making me better.
I mean, I feel like you maybe like see it that way. I mean, I guess we might be seeing it that way too, because I mean, it just depends. I mean, you know, we're older. You know, a lot of people like younger.
Yeah, and like more people got, you know.
And there's a lot of people with cameras these days. Like,
yeah, like
almost everybody and their mom
cameras,
has a camera, which is totally cool. I mean, I love to see it. I'm sure you love to see it. Like. I mean, if anything, I'm happy that, you know, in this city, like everybody can get creative in some kind of way,
and the art
make an earnest.
Because we both said this years ago, like we wanted people to get into it, so the art would get a lot better, and it definitely has gotten a lot better overall. I think so. Like everybody's vision for stuff is so much more crisp. Mm-hmm. Like it's not as messy as it used to be. Like people are more like down to like experiment and
it's crazy,
taking advanced techniques and bringing it here. So
I mean, I guess how I thought about it, I really just thought about it like today. Like you gotta, like I'm gonna quote Joe Rogan. I never really quote Joe Rogan, but I'm gonna quote Joe Rogan right now. This man said you got to get in a room full of killers, and that's how you sharpen your iron.
Yeah,
that's basically what you do.
I like it.
Get in a room full of killers. And by killers, I mean people that are totally better than you. And I feel like Jimmy's been saying this for his whole time. He's been saying you got to surround yourself by people that are better than you, because then they'll make you better.
No, yeah, that's exactly what I did.
Yeah,
you think I'm talented?
Yeah. So for forgiving myself for like kind of not keeping up, or having this expectation of like I got to do this much.
No, man, I'm proud of you, man.
Just understanding that life isn't a race. It's
It's
okay,
not,
fine.
man. I mean, honestly, I'm enjoying like this slow pace that I'm on. It feels
It's
relieving,
nice. Yeah,
right?
it's like
It's
not-
like a weight has been lifted.
I feel
on
like
your
if it's
shoulder.
if I feel like this awkward pressure, then it's not right.
Yeah, no, I feel you on that because I feel you. If I start feeling,
Because I've
that
tried
kind
to
of
rush
pressure,
things and pressure things,
Yeah.
and
it just never turns out.
it never feels good. It never
like lately, recently, a lot of my best work has come because I have just been taking
chilled.
my sweet time.
I chilled out. Yeah.
I've just been chill. Like,
Yeah.
everything has felt good, and when I deliver something to like a client or something, or I just go out and just do something, I feel so much better because I'm not sweating. No,
Yeah,
it's
because that's what Fully Cooley was. It's like a lot of just chilling out on that project.
like don't get me wrong, you're gonna be in situations where they make you sweat, and it's like you're nervous.
Yeah, but it's- you know the
it's
difference
just,
of,
it's just
like,
going through the process.
when it's like you're in high octane movement and like this awkward rush to
Yep.
try to make something.
Yep.
I feel
Yeah.
like it's two different things because we as artists, like I feel like we've all done that.
Well, that's why I took January off because I've been working on the EPs back to back all summer long and throughout the start of winter and throughout summer and fall. Right? It's like these EPs weren't pre-recorded and I'm not streamlining them. They are being made the month they come out. So which it's funny to think about it because last year for me was so long and it was like the EPs weren't supposed to start coming out until this month, but at some point throughout 2022 I just realized that nothing matters and you should just fucking drop, you know what I mean, like
Agreed.
yeah. And so I just started dropping EPs. I dropped Capital was already recorded, and then I have like a month and a half to record the next EP, and by the time by the time the first month starts, I usually have a single ready for the EP, and I'll put that out. So it's like every month I've been dropping some, right?
Yeah.
But I had to take January off because I didn't have shit. I didn't have nothing. I didn't have any songs written. I didn't have beats picked out. None of that. So I just had to take off the month just to kind of breathe for a second and not worry about pushing something out. And then last week I finally recorded a song and it's uploaded and it's coming out the 4th of next month, I believe. And I'm already recording the next EP. So but I know what you're saying about that weird pressure. A lot of people try to push through it. And a lot of the times you'll burn yourself out from doing it.
Sometimes you'll rush, but it won't feel like awkward bullshit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
and
Yeah.
sometimes you just gotta gel with it, man. Like you just gotta kind of if you can look at
Sometimes
it
you go fast in it.
sometimes you just gotta look from the outside of what your situation is, and you'll realize it's just something that you're just gonna just go along with it, man. 'Cause
Yeah.
you can't try to force it.
And another thing too is that you have to understand your own pacing. I was thinking about it before I started dropping EPs, that I had to change my pacing. Right? It took me a whole year to make 20 records. That's too long for me. I don't like taking a whole year to make one project.
Yeah.
So you have to understand your pacing, and I understood that it shouldn't take me more than a week to get a song made, right?
Yeah.
So it was every week I'd record a song, and sometimes I wouldn't record a song for that week, but the next week I might record two. Just as long as it's done by the month it needs to come out, that's all that matters, right? And you have 2 months, that's 60 days. That's so much time to record one single record, you know what I mean? And I could speak on my behalf. I can't speak on somebody else's behalf because their writing might be different. I mean, my writing isn't too deep and too, introspective. You know what I mean? I have some songs that are like that, but that's why those songs are special, right? Because they stand out in the midst of a bunch of songs that sound very similar.
Yeah.
But just understanding the fact that I need to switch my pacing and that taking a whole year off after dropping one project was not a smart move. Definitely not a smart move, and it took way too long to fucking figure it out. And 6 months.
Shout out to Jerry.
Yeah.
Shout out on Jerry, but I think
Yeah.
Jerry influenced that.
Yeah. Jerry was actually telling me to do it.
Yeah, he's the one that was telling you to wait it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
6 months in, I was just like, this is dumb. I'm blowing up right now. You know,
Yeah,
not
'cause
like
you-
blowing up, but like
Yeah,
my
and-
numbers
You
are
had a
going up.
different. You had to, you know, he gave you information, and then you
Yeah.
had to like learn through trial and error that this isn't what's supposed to be working.
Yeah, and I was about to say, like,
I
there's
mean-
nothing wrong with, like, you know, listening to other people who've done something similar. And
Yeah, and you tried it
No,
out.
yeah.
yeah,
That's
you
the biggest
tried it,
thing,
and
you
if it
tried
isn't for
out.
you, it isn't for you, you know, and that's
No,
totally
yeah,
understandable.
exactly.
Yeah, you got to go with, yeah, like, you got to do what works for you. at
Yeah,
the end of the day.
and that's my thing, man. It's just, you know, being able to learn off of others,
Yeah.
you know. But
Likewise.
yeah, like I feel like I've always been like that, though. You know what I mean? Just trying to get better. Like I think that's what made 2021 so exciting for me, was because I wanted to be better than everybody.
Yep.
Very badly.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah, we know.
And so I surrounded
Obviously.
myself surrounded myself by people that were way better than me. You know, and I'm not saying I'm not
Yeah,
better than
you
them,
were
but I'm
surrounding
good.
yourself with killers.
Yeah, and I'm good at this shit, right? And like, you know, that's why I was so excited in 2021. You know, I just had so much vigor, right, to fucking just get in there and get some shit done. You know what I mean? And then like 2022 rolls around, and now I just want to prove myself, but in a different standpoint. It's like Money Talks is me trying to prove myself musically and technically, but now I want to prove myself ethically, right? It's just trying to like fucking, you know, outwork everybody.
Yeah.
And I
Yep.
think I've done it. you know?
Yeah, I would say I think you have.
Yeah.
And honestly, dude, like, you know, your growth from that 2021 to like now, insanity. And I think we were saying
Yeah.
that. And 2021 from a couple years later,
Yeah.
growth is insanity. But I
Yeah.
mean, I mean,
Yeah.
again, you've made those like
You
those.
set the precedent.
Yeah, you've set the
of,
precedent.
How to grow as an artist around here, because
Yeah.
everybody just follows the model that you were setting.
Yeah, which is insane that people are doing that, and I'm like,
'Cause it
damn,
works,
I
you
never
know?
would have thought Jimmy would be the
It's a
gold
trendsetter,
standard,
yeah, dude.
the gold
It
standard.
works, man. It works.
Like
Hey,
it's
man,
crazy.
I just hope they copy the EPs. I
mean,
really
they-
do.
they
That's
might.
really why I started dropping Crown. That's why Crown,
kinda
with each
are-
fucking each letter of Crown is an acronym of game. You know what I mean? That's why I have the blogs. That's why I'm.
He's
you know,
also trying to plug in his graphic design. If you hopefully you follow his format, he wants you to hit him up for those covers.
Oh yeah, get your fucking covers right, bro. Your guys' covers are trash. But you know, the thing is, bro, it's like, you know, that's what I want the most before I leave. You know what I mean? Because before I leave Reno, I want to be able to be sure that I can lay out a solid blueprint for people to follow, and I want to set a real example. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people, you know, before I started making Crown, before I started making the EPs, you know, it take people a whole year to come up with 11 songs. You know what I mean? Which is
Yeah.
ridiculous, right? And no beef to Stu. You know, I love Stu, right? And I've said this to him multiple times, but I think it's
I
kind
think
of
I'm the fastest at making songs. I just don't.
he just
do
doesn't
it.
like dropping them. Yeah,
It's just
just
the,
don't
the
like-
trigger finger
Yeah.
isn't there.
but like, you know, I see
He's not yet.
I see cats like ZP Radic, right? It's been 3 years.
Shout out ZP.
Shout out ZP. You know, it's been 3 years since I've known him. He's dropped 3 albums. That's a little ridiculous. You know what I mean? You should be dropping more, and he is now. You know, he's dropping bi-weekly.
Yeah, he's been
You know.
going way more hard in his content
Yeah.
and all that stuff. Yeah.
And whether
actually
I
happy
have
to
some,
see it, man.
and whether I have
Yeah.
something to do with that or not, doesn't matter to me as long as it's happening, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's all I want is for people to, you know, look at me or look at other people around me and just understand what they need to do to continue working. You know what I mean? I really want to fucking rip the words out of somebody's mouth when they say I live this, but they only drop like one single a year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I really want to rip those words out of their mouth because you don't live this, right? You know, I live this. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not on the same fucking level as you. I'm not better than you. I work harder. That's all it is.
Yeah.
So please work as hard as me, right? Please, for the love of God.
You want that respect coming out of that. But you want
Yeah.
them to work as hard as you.
Yeah, and it's not difficult, man. It's like, you know, you could self-invest, right? Because I self-invested into a studio and I record, mix, and master my own stuff now. And, you know, but even then, I could probably do the same shit working with Bozzy, honestly. You know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
take more shifts at the job.
Shout out to Bozzy.
You know, it's all about how hard you want it. You know what I mean? So it was like, before I leave Reno, I want to make sure that these EPs are out, that people have a standard blueprint to follow so they could be like, you know what, Jimmy did this and that shit worked for him. Let me try that shit. And I hope they do it. You know what I mean? Like, that's all I want. But yeah, man, you know, it's cool though putting out the EPs. You know what I mean? It's nice to put
Yep.
out new content that people could consume. I want to get back into making an album though. You know, I really miss making an album. Money Talks is really fun to make.
So what you're saying is that's the next step that you're going to be doing.
Yep. After Crown is finished, I got like 2 more EPs, and then Crown will be done. The acronym's finished and shit, and then I'll be like,
Yeah, this boy about to be dropping some hot fire.
yeah. And
I
then,
mean, you remember those smokes in the summer if you're from Reno? You know what I'm talking about.
yeah. You know, and then it's the next album, and then, you know what I mean? We'll see what bounces from there, you know?
Yeah.
But I think the biggest thing I really learned in 2022 was just like I think I really just learned how to like surround myself with the right kind of people. You know what I mean? Because I feel like I've done it, you know, pretty well. But like I feel like there's still been some people in my life that have just been too much for me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Just too draining. So I just had to like take a step back from those relationships and just assess them and just decide what to do with those relationships. Right?
I feel you.
Yeah.
I've also taken a step away from just a lot of people. To be honest with you, I kind of
Yeah.
A lot of bullshit.
Then again, I live far.
Yeah.
So I mean, it kind of helps that I don't need to talk to nobody or see nobody, and I'm just in my own world.
Yeah.
So I feel you. And sometimes it's okay to just step away from everybody, people you like, maybe dislike a little, but like it's good to just kind of step away and then come back with a fresh perspective and a different vibe, man. Because I mean, I feel you. I think all three of us have a different vibe lately. You know, we're all kind of just everybody seems free. You know what I'm saying? Where everybody's cool. You know, yeah, we're tired as fuck, but I think we're all good. Like I don't know. I definitely, especially speaking right now, I feel like people who've watched our podcast can see like we're different people from the 3 seasons that they've watched.
Yeah.
I feel like, you know, it's not showing yet, but I feel like my consistency is like way more up.
Mm-hmm.
Like way more up. It's gonna show in the next like 6 months. Pretty
yeah,
hard.
man. Yeah, just bump and grind, dude.
Just
for the
'cause
next
you
6
know,
months.
Yeah.
The forgiveness.
Yeah.
You
No.
gotta forgive Jesus. You know.
Forgive Jesus, not me.
You gotta forgive God.
He's a man of God now.
But it's just like just maintain that consistency and just keep doing your thing, right? It's like you're not going to get better if you only do it once a week or once a month or once a year.
that.
You know what I mean? You got to do this shit every day. You know, like
Yeah,
least it's how I
I
look
used
at
to be
it.
the old blueprint on the hustle. Okay.
The old blooper on the hustle.
Yeah, I used to be the old hustle.
the old hustle.
Yeah, people credited me for working hella hard back then, huh?
You talking before 2018 or we talking
Yeah,
about
like 2018, 2019. Like people were like,
yeah,
Stu fucking works like
Yeah, I
hella
mean,
hard.
I've been
That
around
was
Stu
before
with
my
it.
time.
Yeah.
'cause I
Yeah, that was
came out
before your time.
2020.
And then you came in and I was like, I could just chill back and
Yeah, no,
this motherfucker will lift me up.
I mean, I've also had people tell me like, "Oh man, dude, you've been putting a lot of work in, dude. You're one of the old heads here." I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
I was
know.
like, that word right there. I was
Yeah,
like,
I'm the
huh?
old head now.
I was
old
like,
head.
"Oh man."
I mean, yeah.
But I mean, it's true.
It's coming up to 5
true.
years.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it's coming up to 5. Yeah,
It's
it's
coming up to
true.
5 years,
You know,
so.
we're basically old heads.
Yeah.
Not you, Jimmy. But
No, he's like
But,
a mid vet.
yeah.
I'm a young vet.
Yeah, he's a young vet. But yeah,
You got
and,
1-2 years left,
And honestly, like,
Yeah.
and then you old head.
And honestly, I don't mind being the old head because I mean, people do like message me and ask me for like help, like
They call me
questions, you know, and I don't mind helping anybody, man. Like it doesn't hurt me one bit. Like if anything, if honestly, I want to see good work being put out, like in the world. Why I wouldn't want to stop that at all. So I'm gonna give you what you need, you know, what you want, because I want it to be good. You know, and that's my whole entire goal of like helping somebody. Like, yo, I just want what you're about to do. I want it to be great. I don't want it to
bro.
I don't want you to show somebody ass and then tell them John told me.
I just send him to Jimmy now. They ask me, I'm like, go talk to Jimmy.
Oh yeah, and yeah, for the most part, I do send them in a Bozzy too. You know,
Bozzy.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
And,
That's why I be sending people's Bozzy
Yep,
because I feel
Bozzy.
like I feel like one of the only cats. Listen, man, there's 2 cats that could step to me. All right, in terms of work right now, and that's Bozzy and KZ. All right, don't talk to me if you're not
What
those
about
two.
JT?
JT could lick my balls.
Oh my god.
Listen.
Hey,
He's gonna want that bleeped
I'll
out.
say I've been seeing JT's like newest videos, and he's getting clean as fuck.
So yeah.
Oh,
so,
yeah,
so,
yeah,
so,
yeah.
Videos are getting
so,
clean,
so I
for
will
sure.
say this. So shout out to Full Price Media, JT.
Shout out JT. I know I just
but-
told you to lick my balls, but you know it's competition.
Yeah, he meant in a competition way.
I was looking at his
But-
new videos and I was like, damn.
But I will say that too. Since you brought it up, I do want to say this also. Like, yeah, dude, JT, my dude.
He was doing that
Videos
thing.
are crazy.
He's doing that thing now that I was talking about like 2 years ago, where it was like you're changing the entire scene every 30 seconds
Yeah.
in your videos,
Yeah, he is.
and then like I was like, damn.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, he wasn't doing that before.
No.
but it's just very recent. Where
I
he's
know the
just-
video he looked at to start doing that. I know the video.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he just recently, like, yeah, his game has definitely picked up. He's
Yeah.
getting a little more, even more cinematic than he already was.
Yep.
Like, he's definitely like putting scenes in his work. Like you said, changing the scenes. Like his color grading has become immaculate.
Gone
I
up,
do
yep.
enjoy it. Like before your videos were going like. It's just an honest critique. It just felt like it was just kind of very similar, but now it's different, and that's amazing.
it's
So,
coming in
dude,
style.
kudos to you. Keep killing it. You know.
And
Me,
I gotta give the credit, man.
yeah,
when I see it, dude.
you know, me and you chat a couple times, man. But you kill it. Keep doing your thing.
Oh yeah,
Business is
JT came in and did his thing,
Yeah,
bro. I'm
business
not
is booming,
I'm not
bro.
gonna sit here and
Yeah,
act like he didn't.
And
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of people are gonna start taking notice of that too, and people are gonna start doing more stuff like that, and that's totally cool. But
which is good.
but
But
you're one
it's
of the
like
people that I've seen out here do it.
we
It's good
need
stuff.
cats like JT JT and Bozzy. You know what I
Yep.
mean?
That's yeah. We're praising both
Honestly.
y'all right now. Bozzy, JT,
Yeah.
keep doing y'all thing, man.
You know. But
Nice.
yeah, it's like you know, just being consistent, bro. You know what I mean? Like that's really what I'm fucking trying to push. You know what I mean? Like I'm always pushing that shit.
Be willing to learn, yeah.
Yeah,
And-
and that's another thing too that I've been, you know, trying to understand more is that, like, you know, I feel like a lot of people struggle to root for anybody aside from themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, bro, if you're connected to that person, then if they win, you're gonna win too. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I see Tommy blowing up and I see Adima blowing up. Bro, I'm probably more happy for them than they are.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
probably.
But I still get asked, you know, like, I still get questioned whether if, like, what my relationship with Tommy is like, right? They're like, you get jealous of Tommy? Fuck no, I don't get jealous of Tommy.
No,
Tommy's a talented fucking kid.
He's your
That's what people say when I'm
He's your
meeting
Anakin-
you. I was like,
he's your Anakin
jealous of Jimmy? I was like,
Skywalker.
hell no, dude. I
Yeah.
hella want him to win.
he's your Anakin Skywalker.
Because if he gets rich, you know, I'm on the
To
train.
Obi-Wan. Listen,
Or should we
bro.
go Qui-Gon?
Tommy is my Tommy to my Jimmy Teflon, man. He's fucking super talented, and so is Eric, bro. Young Adima, both of
Yeah.
them, bro. Like, and both of them teach me new shit too. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, bro, fucking Adima was sitting there. He's probably more plugged in on the fucking TikTok game than
Yo,
I am.
yes, this boy is, bro.
Yep.
God damn.
And he just helped Tommy blow up on that shit too. Tommy's song with Tubbs is popping off right now. Go stream the code. You know what I mean? And it's like, yo, I'm connected
Got a
to
lot
these
of
cats.
hype,
And whether they're under this label that I got or this group that I got or not, you know what I mean? They're still my friends and I'm still connected to them. And
Yep.
I want them to succeed, bro.
Hell yeah.
'Cause
So we haven't done it on Wax Snap yet. This whole time we've been doing this,
Oh,
but
wow.
I will say, I want to snap to y'all. Just a congrats on just killing this shit.
The,
So,
yeah, the whole scene, man, on wax.
on Wax.
On Wax.
Yeah, shout out to the whole scene, man. I mean, honestly, I'm just happy. You know, I haven't been this happy in a minute talking about like everybody around me in a long fucking time, and I'm happy to see everybody just working. Everybody's very cordial with each other.
Yep.
Some of us have, you know, basically are like kind of like a group of like friends. Like, you know, we got, you know, just everybody just working together. Nobody's afraid to ask somebody for help. Like, you know, nobody's afraid to critique each other. Like, goddamn. Like,
Yes.
that was something that me and
like,
Stu were talking
yeah.
about
Like,
not
like,
too long ago.
like me
if
and
you're gonna
Bozzy.
shit on somebody, shit on somebody.
Bozzy was asking me about camera stuff
Yeah.
when he came here. And now he's a fucking mega giant and I got to ask him questions.
Yeah.
I
The
like that,
tables
though.
have
I
turned,
like
huh?
that, though. I like that.
No, and it's good. I mean, honestly, like it's good to see like everybody's like who's asked questions, like not only to us but also we've asked questions, you know, back as well. But everybody's like picking each other's brain and just trying to help each other. But at the same time, there's like a nice competition between each other where like you want to be good, great, better, and it's just like I don't know, it's just great to see, man. I love to see.
Yeah, honestly,
love
bro.
to see it, man. Like.
I like
God.
I think competition raises people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, like I said, room full of killers sharpens everybody's iron, bro. That's what I'm talking about. I don't listen to Joe Rogan, but that one sentence that I heard him say on this little clip on Instagram, I was like, damn, that's so true. I didn't think about it in the room full of killers.
Yeah,
Surround
you
yourself.
gotta be in the sea full of sharks.
Room full
you know?
of killers. Everybody's like Dr. Jekyll and Hyde up in that bitch. Like,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
But yeah, with the scene nowadays, bro, compared to 2020, when I came in, it's completely different. You know what I mean?
Compared to 2018, that shit was a dirt road.
Yeah. Yeah, now everybody's got a shop somewhere, you know?
Yeah, no, I totally agree, man. Like, yeah, the scene's fucking great, man. And I have nothing else more to say on that except, you know, proud of everybody. Can't wait to see what everybody does this year, man. We're all gonna slaughter it. It's gonna be a slaughterhouse up in here, man. It's gonna be dope.
Yeah.
But, sorry, continue, Jim.
I had the most fun in music, I think, in 2021, honestly. I'm not
That was the
even
most
going to
fun.
lie.
That was a high
I think
that you can't get
I
back.
think 2020 and 2021 was my favorite time in music right now.
Yep.
Because it was just like, bro, I was such a fucking bottom of the barrel. You know, I was so bottom of the barrel, it wasn't even funny. You know what I mean? If you listen to Ballistics, it was ridiculous.
I know you shit on Ballistics hard sometimes, bro.
Hey, that shit was ass.
Hey, 2020 was my year. That was the Blood Moon. That was the Deacons.
Yep.
Excited.
Every year's my
Yeah.
year. I'm
We
just
had
trying to be
cats,
honest here.
bro. We had, you know, like I was stepping up in a room full of Stu J's and Presleys and ZPs and fucking, you know, Unguideds and Trev Stones, you know what I mean, with my bullshit ass mixtape that I was trying to hustle and shit, you know, and then I just wanted to be better than everybody, and I just had so much fun fucking doing it. You know what I mean? And I've been having fun dropping these EPs because I'm like, I want to be working harder than everybody. You know? So it's like, it's just shit, man. I'm really excited for the future, bro, because I feel like, in the past couple of years, everybody's just kind of just been like really taking shit more seriously.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? People haven't been bullshitting, whether they saw, me fucking pop off and they're like, oh, okay, this shit is actually possible.
Yep.
Or whether they saw
that was a big moment.
yeah, or whether they saw fucking Stu J drop Fooly Cooley and they're like, okay, now I gotta make something like that. Or whether they saw Tommy come out of fucking nowhere.
Or they saw us like
Pop
blowing up Indigo.
Yeah, they saw me and you blowing up on Indigo, bro. Like, just trendsetters shit, right? It was like,
Yep.
People are looking at us and people are looking at each other and seeing that shit is more fucking possible than they thought it was. And they're not just some kid in a bedroom making little songs and shit. They're like, okay.
Yeah, who got lucky? There's an actual process to it.
There's an actual fucking process,
And a lot of work.
A lot of work
that goes
a
behind
lot of
it, man.
work.
Planning, strategizing, working,
a lot of banging your head on the
sweating,
wall until you
crying.
figure it out.
And just how I told
Sweating and crying.
just how I told that boy Brandon Evers, bro, a lot of money.
A lot of money.
Lot of fucking
Yeah.
money.
Mhm.
Yup. Shit is ridiculous. I spent like $20,000 on Money Talks, and I seen half come back, and
you
I'm
ain't gonna
lucky
be seeing no money for a minute.
for a minute, bro. It's crazy. So it's like, don't tell me that you live this when you're just doing this as a hobby.
Tell me you lived this. Oh, man.
Because John knows when we were hustling those videos out,
Dude, yeah, it's been a long time, man. And yeah.
and now he's getting the money back.
Yeah, no, it's been fucking great, man. I don't know. Again, I built a good clientele. I got, people spreading my name out there like wildfire, and I don't even know these people. But I honestly, again, appreciate everybody coming around and, wanting to work with not just me, but also like everybody else around me, like, Stu,
Yep.
Ozzy,
Yeah, the money
everybody,
comes,
man. Yeah,
the money comes when
we appreciate
you
it.
just put a lot of effort in.
Yeah, and especially when people see you that you're putting in this work.
That's the
and you're
biggest
doing a
part.
lot
People
of
got to
it.
see you
Yeah, they
doing
got to
the work.
see you do it. Yeah.
And I think this podcast has a lot to do with it too. I feel like people watching this podcast and seeing us, talk about, interview other people that's doing a lot.
Yeah, because
You know what I mean?
speaking of like us doing our podcast, man, like when we started this, there was a lot of people trying to do podcasts.
Yep.
Now there really isn't much people doing podcasts.
We outlasted
Because-
all of them.
Yeah, well,
Because it's a
year,
long
yes.
game, dude. It's a long game.
Def, it is a long game, and I think is how we keep doing it. We just make time, sit down,
And we bring other people
we just
on,
talk.
Like
Yeah.
we'll bring anybody on,
Yeah.
really.
Pretty
that's
much,
doing work.
yeah.
Yep.
I started off the podcast trying to bring fucking serious cats on, but it's like, it's just, everybody's got their own strengths,
Well, I mean, it's kind of grown into like a thing of its own, like where we try to make it like how you get the blueprint of like how your business, and then it turns into like we're just hanging out and we're just conversating, and then when you
Talking
learn about
about
the
life,
person,
Yep.
then you learn about the person, which is what we try to do. And like I said at the beginning, we're gonna have some great guests, this upcoming season. It's gonna be.
Oh, yeah, this lineup's
It's gonna be fire.
stupid.
Lineup gonna
Dumb.
be
I don't even know the
stupid.
lineup, but it's dumb.
Neither do I, but it's dumb.
Yeah. We're
Stupid,
just,
dumb.
we're just saying it's
Lickety
dumb, but
split.
we really don't know the lineup. We got
Yeah.
ideas, but can't wait for y'all to enjoy the guests that are gonna be on here. Give us a shout out on Instagram too, man. Say what's up.
Yeah, say what's
any one of
cracking,
us
bro.
will answer and say what's up.
Throw some questions. Tag an
Yeah.
artist that you think that should be on here, or tag a person that you
Tag
think
yourself if you think that you're worth it. But
we're
let's
not going to
go.
respond.
But yeah, man, we just want to. I mean, again, we all coming up on time. We just appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all for listening.
Yep.
Blueprint Podcast has again, if you kind of watch all of our episodes from season 1 to season 3 now, we have changed a lot, and we're just gonna keep growing, keep sharing everybody's stories, sharing our own stories, our own experiences in this crazy town of ours. But yeah, Stu, sign us off, baby boy.
How do we sign off?
I don't know.
We sign off like that?
No, just tell them like where they can find
This
us.
episode was sponsored by Farino Distillery. Just so you know.
Yeah, we were sponsored.
I forgot about that
We
for
were
a second.
sponsored by
Yeah,
Farino Distillery.
We're sponsored.
Farino Distillery. Shout out Farino.
Blueprint.
But shout out to Farino for still being dope.
You can find us on the Blueprint 775 on Instagram, and we don't have a TikTok.
Nah,
I'm surprised we don't.
we're
Actually.
bullshitting low key.
Yeah, we are both.
We're bullshitting low
But
key.
But find us on Instagram. Like I said, messages if you got
I
anything.
know this fucking podcast would be so great for the fucking YouTube Shorts.
Yeah,
But
it would be. We got
ever
we
since
gotta
Ari motherfucking did that like little like reel thing for the episode he was on, I was like, oh my god,
Yeah,
we should have
no.
been doing this shit.
Yeah,
I was like, damn.
Well, I mean, we could always like.
That's why I wanted clips of this shit.
No, yeah. I'll send you clips. And you can do what you want with. I think that'd be sick. Yeah. Like I said, just reach out to us. Our Instagrams, JK the Visual, Studio the Vamp,
Jimmy Teflon.
You can find us. Say what's up. If you need something from us, we got our own side businesses, side hustles going on. So if you need something from us, you already know where to find us. We appreciate y'all. Love
Come
y'all.
get some covers done by
Happy
me.
Saturday.
Lupin out.
I can't believe Jimmy joined.
Oh my God.
Roll through the town, born sitting on dubs. Bad bitch calling and she looking for love. Give you my time, girl, show you what's what. I'ma treat you well to the second I bust you. I'm bad to the bone, I'll be sitting 10 toes. So you calling your bros, I be calling your hoes. Boy, I kill my foes, so you don't want smoke. Put these nines in your chest till the body get cold. Take my money to the stash house. I been tripping, where they at now? Drain my pain till I pass out, yeah. Drain my pain till I pass out, yeah. Stumble in the street like they're my first test. Past 3 weeks, I've been wearing these sweats. Check it to kill you, be the cause of my death. Mind your business, keep on doing your best, like yeah. Ride to the town in a brand new Tesla. Bad bitch, give me good brain, she special. Pussy too cream, I put her on the spectrum. And it's all good till the lick get shot. But I got a call, but the dog got drugged. Heartbeat skipping, he was playing this slots. Talk tough on the net, then he probably get popped like yeah. Ayy, learn that shit at a ripe young age. Think about that shit, get in my way. Every dog that died knew the rules to the game. I don't like to trip, never dwell on the past. Keep it all up, boy, keep it all paid. I don't wanna snap, thank God that I rap. One thing not to talk, cause I never catch trap. Swinging on foes, pimping out hoes. Riding with the money, I'm a kick dog pro. I'll be hitting that road, it's a 9 for the chrome. Catch me outside, I'll be on a different mode. Better talk with a chest up, yeah. Lay bitch down, 100 shots for the neck up. Paying my dogs when they tell me that the job's done with you, hoe. I'll be waiting for the next one. Roll through the town, born sitting on dubs.